Hey guys, Demolisher134 here, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Class Starscream. Now this figure has actually pleasantly surprised me because he is rather excellent. He's a completely new mould, and I really like the way this guy looks, to be honest. I wasn't overly impressed with the pictures that we'd seen of him prior to the release, but now that I actually have him in hand, he is surprisingly awesome. I really do like this guy. Now you can see he is still a jet, but he has some heavy Beast Hunters modifications on him. He's got completely new wings, he's got these little things over here, and he also sports a nice new colour scheme. A lot of people have complained about the colour scheme. I actually kind of like it. I think it's very unique, and honestly I think it looks cool, to be honest. Well, here he is in his jet mode. On the other side, yeah, I've got a bit more pink, and he has a bit of landing gear. He's got this little wheel that flips out, but unfortunately, even though he has got moulded wheels as landing gear on this side, he can't use the front landing gear. It's always going to be that little bit off the floor. He comes with a few different accessories. He does have these two removable missiles, one on each side. Let's just take a look at these for a sec. They aren't, you know, overly detailed. They are just sort of just moulded in. They're nothing fantastic, but I mean, at least they are removable. You can take them off if you want, and you can just stick them back on. You can have these on in robot mode if you want, and you can actually put them on his arms in robot mode, which is kind of cool. I do like the fact that you can have a little bit of a swap around, you can move things around, which is really cool. And he also does come with an enormous claw. Why? Okay, he comes with this. Now, honestly, I really don't like this. I think it's really dumb. I mean, it's the size of something you would see on a Voyager toy, and it's nearly the same size as Starscream himself. Why do we have to have these enormous weapons? But yeah, basically, you can sort of pull it, and it's a claw weapon. Whoop-de-doo. It does have a little bit of a blade in there. You can kind of see that. That's kind of cool. But honestly, why wasn't this included on a Voyager toy or something? This just seems way too big for a deluxe weapon. Starscream's transformation is actually really cool, and I do enjoy transforming this toy. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come around here and just sort of pull the legs out from underneath here. They peg into his arms sort of underneath there on these little tabs. You're going to pull them out, flip up the landing gear if you haven't already, and we're going to rotate the legs all the way out, just like that. Then rotate them around at the knee, like so. Flip out the feet here. And then we're going to flip the little knee spikes up, just like that. And there are Starscream's legs. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, rotate the wings up, like so. Come around here, grab the arms from underneath, and just rotate them out and down. Rotate them out and down, just like that. Then, I'm going to come back here, take this entire piece, flip it backwards, and then we can just sort of pull all this out, like that. Just untab it. Then take this piece, sort of unpeg it and flip it down, just like that. That will reveal the head. Then just take this entire back section, just sort of collapse it on. It does sort of peg in there. I don't know if you can kind of see that. There are two little tabs just there, and they peg into the back. I'm really not sure how well that's coming off there, but yeah, you just got to peg it into the back. Then I'm going to take this back section and I'm going to sort of pull it up like that, so it's on his back and it sits a little bit more flush. Then we'll rotate the arms down, take the little shoulder pads and just flip them up like so. Take the wings. You can really do what you want with the wings. You can leave them like that if you like, but I like to have them flipped up a little bit. And there is Starscream in his awesome looking robot mode. Now in robot mode, I think this is where the figure really shines because it looks really cool. For some reason, I just really like this robot mode. You can see that a lot more colours do start to show up in the robot mode. We've got a little bit more red. The pinky lilac sort of colour shows up a little bit more. And that's cool. I think, you know, the colour scheme is fine, to be honest. I actually quite like it. As for weapons, you can still take these rockets, as I mentioned earlier. And you can peg them onto his arms. Let's just do that. And yeah, you can have him like he was in the show, with them on his arms. I mean, obviously this design hasn't showed up in the show, the Beast Hunters modifications, but still, you can have rockets like he does in the show. Or you can take this enormous claw weapon and peg it into his arm, and just give him that. Honestly, that looks so dumb, it's just unbelievable. You can either do that, you can do that on either arm, by the way, or you can come back here, there's a little port just there, and you can peg that in and have it on his back. Now, yes, it's out of the way, but it definitely hinders him, and it makes him extremely top heavy, and these heels really aren't that great to begin with, so the fact that you're putting a really heavy claw on the back of him does not help. For articulation, Starscream's head is on a ball joint, and it can also move forward and backwards, which is really cool. We have ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, the wrists do swivel, no waist articulation, we've got a ball joint up here, bend at the knee, and it can also swivel at the knee, and the feet you can pose sort of individually with the heel and the actual foot there. So it does have some decent articulation. You can actually get him into some fairly dynamic sort of poses. Now here is the Beast Hunter's Starscream compared to the first edition Starscream. Just so you can see the differences, you can see that the Beast Hunter Starscream has just got completely new everything, basically, the completely new mould, and this Starscream is a lot more sleek. The first edition is just much more sleeker. With the new one, it looks much more like a warrior, to be honest. I mean, they sort of lost the cunning and the slyness of the original Starscream, and it's been replaced with a little bit more of a bulky sort of look. So there we go. Make your own opinion on that, but personally, I kind of like the new one. But obviously not as much as the first edition, because the first edition is fantastic. Overall, I think that the Beast Hunters Deluxe Class Starscream is a good figure, and I actually do recommend him. He's a lot of fun transformation, cool vehicle mode, cool robot mode. What's not to like, basically? I mean, yeah, the colour scheme might throw you off a little bit, but honestly, I can look past that because I think the mould is great, and I am looking forward to getting a few repaints of this guy. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Also, really quickly, there is just one thing I forgot to mention about the vehicle mode and the claw weapon. These two little sort of tabs here, one on each arm, they go into these little slots here on the claw weapon, and you can actually peg the claw weapon to the underside of the vehicle mode and give him a claw weapon for the vehicle. Why you'd want to do that, I don't know, but you can do that if you want, it's an option. So there we go. There he is with a claw. Looks kind of dumb to me, but you can do that if you want. Anyway, the review's over for real now, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.